It's still strange seeing the payroll disparity between the Red Sox and the Yankees, $234.2 million versus $169.4 million, according to Spotrac. But hey, Cashman and Co. have been able to make it work despite the nearly $65 million differential, relying more on baby bombers than big bucks, at least relative to how things used to be in the Bronx. On Thursday, the Yankees had 6 homegrown players in their starting lineup: Gardner, Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Tyler Austin, Miguel Anduj and Gleyber Torres, who was acquired via trade but did spend time in the team's farm system prior to making his MLB debut in pinstripes. One of the things I've been blown away about since coming back into this organization is the amount of good players, but just how the homegrown guys have been raised through the system, Aaron Boone said before his team wrapped up a 3-game series with the Sox. They're all really prepared, and I think to a man just high-character guys as well. They're responsible, they care about one another, there's a selflessness about them, they know how to play the game, and that's a tribute to this organization and all the people that prepared them to get to this point. These bombers are built differently, not solely reliant on high-priced free agent imports that ultimately declined rapidly on the back end of those deals. Also in the homegrown category, Luis Severino, Greg Bird, Jordan Montgomery, Austin Romini, Dellin Betances and Jonathan Holder. Acquired via trade: Giancarlo Stanton, Didi Gregorius, Aaron Hicks, David Robertson, a homegrown Yankee, Sonny Gray, Brandon Drury, Jason Shreve, Domingo German and Ronald Torres. And signed as a free agent, CC Sabathia, Masahiro Tanaka, Neil Walker and Jacoby Ellsbury. Meanwhile, they still have a deep farm system that could allow them to potentially get a starting pitcher, reliever or position player later at the trade deadline while being able to stay under the $197 million luxury tax threshold and reset their rate. The Red Sox, on the other hand, may be a bit more strapped if they need to make a move like upgrading at catcher or in the outfield, as they would lose 10 spots on their top pick in 2019 MLB draft if they exceed the top luxury tax tier of $237 million. Granted, that would be tough to justify if they feel they're a player or two away from contending for the World Series. And you'd think they'd be willing to deal with the draft ramification if it comes to that. Regardless, Boston's top overall pitching prospect Jay Groom is set to undergo season-ending Tommy John surgery on May 15, while its top prospect overall Michael Chavis is serving an 80-game suspension for PED usage. The Yankees, meanwhile, continue to bring along guys like Justice Sheffield, Estevan Florial, Albert Abreu and Luis Medina, hopeful of keeping their prospect pipeline coming. Over the past 3 seasons, they have seen the emergence of kids like Sanchez, Judge, Severino, Bird, Montgomery, Andujar and Torres, many of whom have provided all-star level production on pre-arbitration deals that run between $500,000 to $600,000 a year. The Bombers are obviously also able to flex their financial muscles when necessary. But they're not exactly desperate for anything at this point, flying high and riding a 17-1 stretch that has given fans early hope that they can get over the World Series hump in 2018. They'll also have some decisions to make going forward, though, not wanting to fall into the same trap they fell into with the signing of Ellsbury, who has proven to be dead weight and still has 3 years and $68 million left on his deal. There's no place for dead weight in the Bronx anymore.